Have you got any plans on purchasing Cardano now? One of the top 10 cryptocurrencies is stabilizing, forming a base to hit the moon. Will the altcoin land on the moon, or will it have a market failure? Hi Fixers, welcome to Fix Your Finances, Build Financial Wealth. To build up your financial wealth and fill your mind with the correct information. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more valuable content. Cardano is a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency that was created as an open-source, decentralized blockchain project. The IOHK platform was established in 2015 by mathematician and entrepreneur Charles Hoskinson and scientist Jeremy Wood. After operating with Ethereum, a blockchain-based framework for developing decentralized online services, the two programmers agreed to create their digital financial service technology. For research institutions, government entities, and businesses, the IOHK platform develops cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. At the same time, Charles Hoskinson spent 2 years designing the Cardano cryptocurrency beginning in 2015. Many academics are involved in the project's growth. The three-letter symbol ADA was chosen in honor of Ada Lovelace, who is universally viewed as the globe's first programmer. While the project is named after Italian mystic scientist Girolamo Cardano, the coders promised a new type of crypto coin determined by several scientific studies. Developers promised to deal with issues like scalability and security that bedevil the most popular cryptocurrencies. The development of the Cardano blockchain on the Haskell programming language was to make the cryptocurrency one of the most secure and valuable in the world. Analysis predicted that the Cardano ADA cryptocurrency would surpass the psychological $1 mark in early 2018 and possibly escalate. The first part of that Cardano ADA price prediction came true quickly, but the cryptocurrency did not continue to increase, instead falling. Despite the price deterioration, Cardano's ongoing commitment to work on the project was proven useful. They implemented the critical Shelley update, and in October 2020, a voting system for suggesting improvements and funding will be available. The ADA token was first listed on cryptocurrency exchanges in October 2017 with an initial price of 2 cents. Due to the high demand and interest in the cryptocurrency, ADA achieved an all-time high of $1.33 on the 4th of January 2018. The pullback in all cryptocurrency markets dragged down Cardano ADA. ADA fell to 0.013 in April after reaching an all-time high before bouncing back to 0.04 in early May. Cardano's price fell as low as 0.026 in December 2018, signifying that its recovery was only temporary. Cardano ADA got to finish the year with a price of 0.044. Cardano had very positive results for the first half of 2019, ADA. At 0.05 on the 9th of January, the price worsened at 0.035 on the 6th of February before finding support. The purchasers showed increased interest, and on the 3rd of April they drove ADA to 10 cents. Cardano's prediction of 2020 is far better than 2019. At the beginning of the year, Cardano performed well, and by the 13th of February arrived 0.072. ADA may still have risen, but it suffered from the entire crypto market, and by the 13th of March, Cardano slipped to 0.02. After testing all-time lower prices, the price of the crypt coin recovered to as high as 0.155 on the 27th of July. The result was a slight reversal of 0.075. Nowadays, Cardano looks bullish, with 0.075 in support and 0.097 trading per coin. The number of investors ready for investment opportunities in ADA is rising steadily. Cardano is very promising. The update on the voting and governance protocol in October could lead to an increase in price levels. Let's think forward and analyze the likely scenarios of mid- and long-term Cardano expert price forecasts for 2020, 2021, 2025, and 2030. The ADA prices will rise in 2020 as per the Cardano price forecast for Trading Beast. By December 2020, the price is predicted to rise 0.123. In the 2021 trade-in BEAS, Cardano is expected to hold 0.106 and 17 cents. The price will continue to rise in the following years, and by 2023, it will reach 23 cents. This is a rather conservative ADA price forecast. Let's discuss the reason for the rising of Cardano. 1. Further development ammunition. So why are you purchasing Cardano now? Much enthusiasm is related to momentum. The network reserved ADA $5 billion for its 3 development teams when Cardano was launched at first. The dollar figure then amounted to a modest equivalent of $150 million, enough to impact but not enough to change the world. Since then, this modest sum has become a fortune of the wild ride of ADA, with the ADA that has now been reserved worth almost $6 billion. These companies are in a peculiar position only XRP has seen in Ripple Labs, and better development came with more money. It would open the doors to the NFT world, an ecosystem dominated by the ERC20 tokens of Ethereum. The change could not be sufficient soon. In Ethereum, the implementation of new NFTs could cost from $100 to $600 to cover gas costs, which means that almost every cheap digital artwork is sold at a loss today. After all, there must be energy costs for miners somewhere. The price for Cardano, on the other hand, is pennies. This makes ADA one of the few viable candidates for the dominance of Ethereum in NFTs. Number 2. Transaction speed. When the Cardano chain was first tested in 2017, 257 transactions per second were analyzed, TPS. Bitcoin can only process 4.6 TPS for a better comparison, while Ethereum 1.0 can manage 15 to 20 TPS, slightly more. ADA can process a higher volume of transactions than the combined chains of the first and second generation. 3. Adoption. As Cardano's adoption increases, its value increases. Cardano is relatively new, yet it still has a long way to go, despite a massive crowd base. The Cardano objective is to be an app platform and a digital currency to provide unbanked people with financial inclusion. At its launch, Cardano received massive support, and the community is steadily increasing. 4. Competing coins. Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency of the first generation, still leads the market. He is, and justly so, the king of cryptocurrencies. For a new or old coin, it means heavy competition with the king to establish itself in the market, and not many coins can compete successfully with Bitcoin. But Bitcoin generally tends to pull up coins, so that there is a positive correlation between Bitcoin and Cardano. If all feels decent for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market usually, then Cardano can expect positive things. Other coins with similar structures and Cardano characteristics include NEO, Block, Lisk, etc. These coins constitute a risk to their prices and would lead to a higher of Cardano's value. While Cardano is far from Bitcoin, the original coin, the market is dynamic and constantly updated. Cardano cannot meet new competitors if he does not keep up with the time. 5. Market forces. Offering and demand market force determine any commodity's optimum price level. The determining factor in this regard is scarcity. When it is scarcer, the higher it is admired. Since the demand side factors affect price determination more than the supply side, cryptocurrencies have a small quantity. In the market, the optimal price characteristics are affected when demand and supply meet. Demand can put pressure on prices upwards or downwards. 6. Holding control to the community. IHOK, the Cardano company, will relinquish all control of the network block production on the 31st of March. At the current time, IHOK generates 100% of Cardano's network blocks. The Cardano network will be entirely social and decentralized, achieving the promise of free financial processes for intermediaries and the blockchain. A significant element in the Cardano supporters' reality has been a move towards true devolution, but without a doubt, this is an attraction for new users and an element that sees ADA reach its all-time heights. 7. Protocol upgrade. IHOK has revealed that the updated program would provide platform support and much anticipated native tokens. IHOK is expected to bring new cases to the Cardano platform, which has not yet been widely involved in the DeFi ecosystem since Cardano is not compatible with smart contracts. Nevertheless, the new usage cases and the usefulness that the new protocol update will give the Cardano community confidence. The Cardano Foundation stated in a blog, native assets can use to mint non-fungible tokens or NFTs, which represent a huge array of unique real-world and digital assets. NFTs were a fast-growing space in the world of cryptography, creating their own collectible by artists, celebrities, and professional athletes. According to the IHOK, native tokens representing NFTs, stablecoins, and wrapped assets will play a role in bringing the DeFi world to Cardano. Much of this might seem like a problematic selling, a bullish analysis trying to shoot your throat down the latest hot crypt idea. Cardano looks a lot more like Ethereum today than Bitcoin Gold. It is a technological leader who is well advanced to challenge the traditional banking system. The average ADA transaction costs less than 25 cents in transaction fees, well below the 1.5% to 5% average of conventional banks and credit card fees. As Cardano adoption spreads, ADA has an increasing chance of even displacing banks. That's it for today. Let us know in the comments below if you think Cardano will 10 times, and make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at FixYourFinances_. See you next time at Fix Your Finances.